Today we are taking a look at the new limited edition Master Key, the white style. I found this figure at Target for about $10. If we flip this package around, then you can get a brief glimpse here at the cross sale of some of the new figures coming. Anyway, it's time to break this figure out of the box. According to the package, this version of Master Key is figure number 186. He comes with a Lockpick harvesting tool right there. Looks just about like the version 1. And he comes with an additional replaceable head, which is kind of cool. Let's take a peek at that, I would say, right now. And that's what he looks like with it on. Now, this figure, I'm going to set this off to the side. This figure is an exact repaint of the version 1 Master Key that we received a while back. And I don't know about you, but I like these colors a whole lot more. Let's do something else here real quick. I'm going to leave him headless for a second if you want to. This is what the original figure looks like with the new unmasked Master Key head. I think he actually looks really pretty good. Let's get this head back on, and then we will move towards articulation. So the head rotates all the way around quite well. The arms rotate. This coat does come off, so when you try to rotate the arms around, you might have a little bit of hindrance getting them all the way around. He's got a good torso wiggle and a waist rotation, thigh rotations. If you want him to do the splits, that's about what he can do because he's got these keys dangling on his sides. Double pin knees, a rotation or a pivot and a hinge at the ankle, and a rotation and a hinge at the wrist, and he's pretty articulated. Let's pop off this head one more time. Once this head is on, he can look down that far, and he can look up that far. He has a lot more range of motion with his unmasked head, and I think it looks pretty cool. He does have 28 points of articulation that we kind of just went through. He is 4 inches tall, which is pretty standard for Jazwares' action figures. And we'll take a quick peek at what he looks like holding his harvesting tool. We'll just kind of slide up into his hand, and he looks about like any other Jazwares figure holding a harvesting tool. He looks pretty good, I think. Anyway, I really do like the colors of this figure. I like the whites, the blacks, and the greens. I don't know, they all kind of blend in together well. And the biggest thing I like is the swappable head. And not just swappability, but the fact that we could put this on this figure as well. Anyway, here's a quick little side-by-side of the colors again. So yeah, I like these ones, I think, a lot better. But I really like this swappable head because you can either choose masked or unmasked. If you really want to have both versions like this on display on a shelf or something, you might have to get two versions, or two versions of this figure. So you can do that. Otherwise, maybe go on a hunt for the original version 1, and then you could just put this head on that body. But somebody out there is really going to want to have these heads on the white body. This is limited to 5,000. If we can see that, what that says right there, it says limited edition 1 of 5,000. So I don't know where that is. I don't know if that's a worldwide, a US thing. I'm not sure what their range is for 5,000 figures. But that does apparently mean they are limited, and I think that gives the indication that Jazwares produces more than 5,000 for all the other figures. That's a best guess, unless it's some sort of marketing thing and all their figures are 5,000. I was able to walk into Target one day, just one of them, not a bunch of them. I walked in, I found this, and I found several other figures, and he was just hanging on the shelf. I was really shocked to actually see this just sitting there. So I've seen a few other people find it. So it might be easier to find earlier than later. He may be shipping with like all the first waves or the first rounds, and then maybe he won't be shipping later. I'm not really sure. So anyway, that means I really don't know how rare this figure will be. It seems like it might be a rare figure, but I'm not sure. If you really want this figure, I'd say if you find it or see it somewhere, go ahead and grab it because it might not be there next time. I'm not trying to give you a FOMO or fear of missing out, but it's just the reality. When something's limited by number, well, that's just how it is. So I'd say get it if you see it. All right, now it is your turn. What do you think about this figure? What do you think about the limited edition idea? What do you think about head swapping? Any of these little topics? I'd like to know your thoughts. Drop them in the comments section below. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.